Welcome to Executive Insights. My name is Abby Mellott, Market President and Publisher of the Austin Business Journal. Today, I'm joined by Matt Andersen, CEO of Westlake Securities. Welcome, Matt.
Thanks, Abby. Pleasure to be here.
So let's start by sharing a little bit more about Westlake Securities investment banking.
Yeah, so the firm was founded in 2003, so we've been around for 21 years, making us the longest running investment bank in Austin. Typically, we're going to rank number one in the Austin, San Antonio area for closed deals, top 5, top 10 in Texas, and top quartile nationally for closing transactions in what we refer to as the lower middle market.
All
So
right.
yeah, we've got about 20 people. A number of us are here in Central Texas and have called Austin home for a long time.
That's great. So what are the keys to your growth or areas that set you apart?
So a few things that really set us apart and have been key growth drivers are, number one, our people. We have a fantastic team. Having about 20 folks, again, by team size, makes us one of the largest independent investment banks in the state. We have a culture-first philosophy, so our folks are really driven to work with our clients in an advise the way we would want to be advised manner. And we really think that's earned us a fantastic reputation in the community for working with companies that are, again, in the lower middle market, typically founder-owned, and helping them sort through what are the things that are really most important to them and working around that. So one of the growth facets that we've developed is we're the only investment bank that we know of that actually has folks that are investment bankers and fractional executives. So we have our own suite of chief financial officers, chief marketing officers that will actually go in and help companies execute their strategy. And that's really led to a lot of our growth.
Yeah, I would certainly think that's a differentiator. So what's the investment banking industry like in Austin today?
So the investment banking industry in Austin is quite busy. We have probably more engagements right now than we've had probably in our 21-year history. And those engagements are spread across our 3 core areas of capital raising. So we'll look at helping companies with debt placements, refinancing, restructuring debt, equity capital raises, buy-side mergers and acquisitions, as well as sell-side mergers and acquisitions. And I also think that's one of the things that makes us truly unique. A lot of firms that are maybe somewhat similar to Westlake are really only focused on helping companies when they're ready to sell. We'll actually help a company execute whatever the right strategy is for them at the right time.
Yeah.
Capital raising, making acquisition, or preparing for that liquidity event or sale.
Okay. So to that end, how do you see the industry changing in 2024?
So we are anticipating a bit of a perfect storm.
Okay.
From 2015 through 2022, there are thousands of portfolio companies that have been acquired by private equity that are getting close to a time when they may be timed out in the fund. So each fund has its own cycle. Typically that cycle may dictate that the private equity fund hold that company for 5 to 7 years, after which it's, in order to create liquidity for their investors, they need to sell that company. So there's a large number of companies that have been acquired that we feel will be coming to market in the back half of this year through the first half of 2026. So it should be exciting times, Abby.
Yeah, certainly. So to wrap things up, you recently wrote a book.
Yes.
You published it, Completing the Deal. How has that experience been? Writing it, publishing it, going through the whole thing?
Well, we should break that down a second.
Okay.
The writing it piece, for a busy professional, not super easy. There was a lot of dictation in the car. There was a lot of stitching things together.
Sure.
But ultimately it got done. We had actually worked with a regional publisher that's based in Austin. Great experience with them. The book has been a wonderful success. We and I say we because I had a lot of contributions and help from our team in that process. But we wrote it because there's a lot of technical information out there, and there's a lot of, I would say kind of unicorn books, how maybe Google got to be Google.
Yeah.
But most companies live somewhere in the middle, a balance of technical and just kind of strategic knowledge that's needed. And so the book was written for that purpose. Hit number 2 on Amazon in terms of bestseller in category. It's been in several local Barnes and Nobles. I'm actually doing some book signings regionally in
nice.
Austin, San Antonio. And it's also led to a speaker series, and that speaker series has been a blast. So I've been talking with like YPO and Vistage groups.
Yeah.
I have a speaker series called Completing the Deal Live, where we try to take some of the best parts of the book, marry that with current information, and share it with CEOs that should be in the know and maybe need to be in the know.
Yeah, I like it. Looking forward to following that success. So thanks so much, Matt. I appreciate you coming and chatting with us today. And we will see you all again on our next Executive Insights.
Thank you, Abby.